Oh yeah, gotta start this engine.
RevelatorAlf.
Ah, lovely. Idle, flat, smooth. But what about if it hunts? Catch inside. Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Hope you're enjoying the channel and the series of videos. Please like, share, subscribe, leave loads of comments below, and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. So in this video I'm talking about your engine idle RPM and whether it fluctuates, whether there's any hunting going on. Now, there are a few issues why this could be happening. First of all, if there's minor fluctuations, minor hunting, actually that's absolutely normal. There's no problem whatsoever. Usually set around between the 900 to 1000 RPM for engine idle on the Softails, the Harley Softails. And there could be a few issues with the engine temperature sensing, whether that's sent back to the ECM. It could be about your clutch position sensor. There could be a variation in the sensors on the bike that's making the engine idle fluctuate between its lower reading and the higher reading. If you watch my video about the engine idle temperature management system, the EITMS, okay, up there, that also can affect whether this engine idle will fluctuate. The EITMS, when it's engaged on your bike, will actually set it about 1000 RPM. Otherwise, it's normally set around about the lower 900 mark. That's where the fluctuation can come in. So let's say when your engine is cold, what the EITMS will do once it's engaged will actually set it at the higher level. It'll actually bring it up to 1000 RPM. If it's not engaged, then it will bring it back down to 900. So let's say if you've got a hot engine, for example, it will actually try and bring it down at idle. If you've got it set at higher, it will actually set it higher. So cold engines will rev a little bit higher, hot engines should rev a little bit lower. If there's a little bit discrepancy between what's being fed back to the ECM and how it's managing the timing, ignition timing, and also the fuel management, then that's when you'll get that fluctuation in the RPM. But it's actually perfectly normal. Now, obviously, if you're getting RPM runaway, if you're getting RPM that is out of control, for example, or if it's really revving, let's say 2000 RPM, something like that, then obviously you've got a big issue and you need your engine idle adjusted. That's something that you're going to get a mechanic to sort out. You're going to need to get to a dealership, or certainly have it investigated. Let them hook it up to your diagnostics. But essentially what you're going to do is look at your by ear, you're going to be able to hear it. But if you turn on your engine here, and then if you go through your selector on the left hand side and you press it until you get your RPM. If I turn on the engine now here, and what you'll have is the idle engine RPM. Now because it's a cold engine, it's actually set a little bit higher. I've actually got EITMS actually engaged on my bike, so it is a little bit higher there. So that's at 1420, 1430. Once it's a hotter engine, that will come down. And you can already see, as it's heating up, the engine idle is starting to come down. 1430. Once you've got a hotter engine, then that will come down to about 1000, possibly about 900. It may level off about 1100, but you can see there is fluctuation there. That's only the reason why is that the ECM is controlling the amount of fuel and the ignition timing based upon whether it's a hot engine, whether it's a cold engine, whether you're doing lots of short sectors as if you're riding through a city, or whether you're doing long sectors as if you're doing on a motorway or on a highway or whatever. Perfectly normal. turn that off. Perfectly normal, but it's something to look out for. And if you may notice it doesn't happen to all bikes, and doesn't happen to all bikes all the time. It may happen to a new bike occasionally, it may happen to older bikes more frequently, but it's purely just the ECM working to control the fuel and the RPM for better efficiency in cold or hot weather conditions, or hot engine temperature conditions, I should say. But if it is hugely erratic, then that's something that you will need to get checked out at your Harley dealership, or a mechanic, or investigate it further yourself. Anyway, I hope this answers any questions. Please like, share, subscribe, leave loads of comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've had this issue on your bike, if you've gone to get it checked out at a dealership or a mechanic, and what they came up with the cause, or if they indeed said it was normal as well. Let me know. Right, catch you on the next video, whenever that is, and see you again. Ta-da.